I'm Danae D'Arcy, and I have a PhD in communication and journalism, and I am in Sri Lanka on a Fulbright scholar grant. So this video is to show you little snippets of life here and give you information about some of the differences between living in the US and living in Sri Lanka. I hope it is helpful, and good luck here. Here we are on the outside of my apartment complex. It's very close to a grocery store, so I'm going to take you along for the walk. Everyone honks, not necessarily to tell you to get out of the way, but to tell you, I'm here, watch out. Have to be very careful crossing the street here. Because while they will sometimes yield to pedestrians, you cannot trust for sure that they will. So here's the store. I'm in such a great location, although the selection is not as broad, but I find that the produce and things are much better. Got our groceries. It didn't take too long. Took a few photos inside, but didn't want to freak anyone out by interviewing or videoing them. Now for the short but careful walk home. Something else that I find quite interesting are the door locks. You touch it with your hand, then you put in the 2 numbers that show up and your keypad comes up. So I'm gonna put in my number and then push star. You get a little happy face and it unlocks for you. Cool, huh? Then when you shut your door, make sure that the door does close. It automatically locks. Our apartment, our laundry room is outdoors, which I think many people kind of have the same situation or setup. We have a little washer and an ironing board. So this is easy to use. It's just like a normal washer. Put my clothes in. You do add powder, kind of, you just put it in the cup of your hand, depending on how large your load is. Dump it right in there. You can find Tide at the grocery store, and that's what we use. And it does tell you, you can read the directions on the back, just how much you need per load. But just in case you've never been in a situation where you don't have a dryer, always remember to turn off the water when you're done, or the electricity. It's pretty easy, just in case you're not used to it. Take out your clothes, and you're going to use a drying rack. So I'm going to go ahead and put these out and show you how it looks when we're finished. Okay, so we have all of our clothes out on our drying rack. It can be a little nerve-wracking to not have a dryer, but this method works really well here because it dries quite quickly. It's humid, it's hot. It's obvious, but just remember that you want to, if you're using these out side panels, just to balance the distribution so it doesn't tip over. If you don't have a drying rack, you can get one in some of the local superstores, or just ask someone where you should buy one. This is a rice cooker, and a lot of the apartments or homes here will have one. I had no idea how to use it because I've never used a rice cooker before, so I thought I would do a quick tutorial on how to use it. It's very simple. The rice cookers come with an inside pan, a lid, a small cup, which is important, and sort of a spatula tool. In fact, when I first saw this in the cabinet, I thought it was a crock pot. Anyway, very simple. This even has measurements on the side here that you could follow, but it's not even that complicated. So pop it in. We've been using basmati rice, which can be just a little sticky. So I'm gonna try something new and just do a tiny bit of butter, just rubbing it wrap around the pan on the bottom because I find that the rice sticks. So we're just gonna do a little bit of that. It's kind of hard to find cooking spray. Okay. Then use the small cup and fill with rice. If it's 2 of us eating, which it is, James and I might use 2 cups of rice. 1. 2. This is just basmati rice that you can get at the grocery store. Then you use the cup, and correspondingly with how much rice you have used, you will use this with the same amount. So 2 cups of rice in, I'm going to fill this with 2 cups of liquid. Don't forget to use purified water, because in case this doesn't come to a complete boil, which I don't think it does. And 2. Give it a little stir to make sure everything is moist. You've turned it on, put the lid on, then all you do is just pop this down and it will start to cook. Then once it's finished, it will go straight to warm.